If you are a dividend investor and you are still building out your portfolio, if you're still buying dividend paying stocks, then there is one date in particular related to every stock that you own or that you're about to buy that you absolutely have to be aware of. That is called the EX-Dividend Dates. It's very straightforward. If you buy a stock before a company's ex-dividend date, then you are entitled to its next payout. If you buy a stock on or after its ex-dividend date, then you are not going to get its next payout. So if you're buying stocks, and most of us are, we're still building out our dividend paying portfolios, then we want to maximize our income by making sure that we're buying the stock before its ex-dividend date. There are a few different strategies out there that people do related to the ex-dividend date. Some people just try to capture a dividend. So they buy a stock right before it goes ex-dividend, they collect the dividend, they sell it, they move on to the next one. I don't do any of that stuff. My strategy is actually quite simple. That's what I'm going to walk you through. What you are looking at here is my ExDividend calendar. This is custom to me for February 2021. Every single stock or closed-end fund that's listed on this calendar is a stock or a fund that I own in one of my portfolios, and the date that it's tied to is its ex-dividend date. Constellation Brands goes ex-dividend on February 8th. On January 26th, I bought more shares of this stock. And so because I bought it before its ex-dividend date, because I bought it before the 8th, I'm entitled to the company's next payout. So some people say it's a wash because, okay, you're collecting the dividend, but the share price went down a little bit. I'm owning something for the income. I'm not buying it, hoping the share price goes up and then selling it for a profit and then looking for something else to buy. I'm buying this to collect income, and a way to maximize income, again, is to make sure that you get paid every payout that the company makes. So if it pays 12 times a year, you want to get paid 12 dividend payments. If it pays 4 times a year, you want to get 4 payouts, because the sooner you get paid, the more that money starts to compound itself. So how do I actually use this calendar to help me build my portfolio or to maximize my income? And the answer to that is I am still investing. I'm still accumulating shares of stocks. So I'm still looking for stocks to buy. Every month I'm buying stocks for my long-term buy and hold dividend growth portfolio. And so it serves as a watch list for me. If a stock that I already own is trading at a discount, if it looks undervalued, or if it's a really high quality name and it looks even fairly valued, then it's basically on my watch list to buy more shares of. Like if I already have a stock on my watch list, then this helps me figure out when should I buy this stock? Like, is there a difference between buying it one day compared to the next? You may not think about that, but in some cases it is important, because if I buy the stock, just for example, if I'm interested in buying Amgen and I want to maximize my income from Amgen, which is my goal, then it would make sense for me, if it's already on my watch list, I like it, I'm going to buy it before it goes ex-dividend. Otherwise, I miss out on its next payout and I have to wait a whole nother 3 months before I collect its first dividend. That's how I use the calendar. Now, how I thought that this could be useful for you guys is, like I said, I own all of these stocks. The ones in orange are my municipal bond funds. If you're interested in learning more about those, I love those things. These are on my watch list every month because I want to keep buying them. If you want to learn more about them, I made a video on them a while ago. I went kind of in depth on it. I'll put a link in the description to that. I look at these different than the rest because for these, I have a very simple method of determining whether I want to buy more shares or not. And that method is looking at its discount to its net asset value. I use cefconnect.com for that. And I wait until it's trading at a double-digit discount. So at least a 10% discount to NAV before I buy more shares. That's why these are on here, because if, for example, IIM is trading at a double-digit discount all of a sudden, and none of these are right now, so I'm not buying any. If it is, then it would be nice and ideal to buy that closed-end fund, to buy that muni bond fund before it goes ex-dividend. So I'd buy it before the 11th, so I can collect its next payout. So how can you guys benefit from something like this? Well, besides just kind of customizing your own, a lot of these stocks on here should look familiar, and I bet that a lot of you guys own some of these stocks. And so I'll share my calendar every month. I'll do one of these videos. So if you like one of these names, then you'll know when you would want to buy it before which date so you can get the next dividend payout. I thought I could take it one step further. And so what I did, and if you're following Jason's videos and his stock picks, what I did was I bolded and I put in blue text or blue font the stocks that I own that Jason has already covered and that look undervalued based on his estimated fair value calculation. And so what that means is there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high quality dividend growth stocks that are going ex-dividend this month that are also trading at a discount right now. And so these are names that would jump to the top of my list. These are stocks I already own and that I may want to consider buying more shares of because they're cheap. And if I buy more shares before they go ex-dividend, before the ex-dividend date, then I'm going to collect their next dividend payout. And so I'll just go through these 6 stocks really quick. I'll show you what Jason's estimated fair value was, what the stock is at now, what the discount is at now, and then I'll show you its ex-dividend date and when you can get its payout if you decide to buy shares. First stock on the list that Jason has already covered is American Electric Power Company, AEP. It goes ex-dividend on February 9th and it pays you on March 10th. If you buy the stock before February 9th, you'll get the next payout. Jason came up with an estimated fair value on AEP of $88.48, which at recent prices, 8.6% undervalued. Its yield is about 3.5%. Like I said, if you want to buy that, buy it before February 9th if you want to get the next payout. Next stock is IBM. IBM goes ex-dividend on February 9th, and its payout date is March 10th. Jason came up with an estimated fair value of $134.44. Recent prices, that translates into 11.4% discount. So that's a double-digit discount for IBM. And you lock in a high yield 5.4%, which you can collect its next dividend payout if you buy it before February 9th. So buy it February 8th or sooner, which is the next few days. So Amgen recently announced that it's going to be increasing its dividend by 10%, payable with its next payout. If you want to get in on that, here's what the setup looks like. So Jason calculated its estimated fair value at $261.91, which at recent prices, it's still undervalued, so 7.8% discount. Buy it before February 11th, and you can get that next improved dividend. So it raised from, I think it was $1.60 a quarter to $1.76. So every share you buy, you will get $1.76 in your account on March 8th. Aflac is another one that looks good right now. Back in November, it announced that it is going to be increasing its dividend by 18%, which is insane. You can get in on that increased payout. So if you buy it before February 16th, Jason estimated its fair value at $57 per share. It's currently trading at $45, so it's about 20% undervalued. Buy it before February 16th. You can lock in its new bigger yield, and you can get paid that dividend on March 1st. Lockheed Martin looks just humongously undervalued right now, according to Jason's calculations. He's covered Lockheed Martin twice. His most recent calculation was in his top 5 stocks for 2021, and he listed it, I believe, at the 561.60, which would indicate it's 40 or so percent undervalued, which is just huge. 3% dividend yield on that. If you buy it before February 26th, you can get paid on March 26th from Lockheed Martin. All right, and the last but definitely not least is McDonald's. Jason just covered this one, and he estimated fair value at $235.96. At recent prices, it's about 12% undervalued, and it goes ex-dividend on February 26th. So if you want to get in on its next payout, which is March 15th, if you want to collect that next dividend, which is growing still, then buy shares before February 26th. All right, so that was my ex-dividend calendar for February. These are the stocks that I own that are all going ex-dividend this month. So out of all of these stocks, the ones that I would be most interested in buying more shares of would be Amgen, Aflac, and McDonald's right now. All right, guys, that is everything that we've got for today. I think you know what I'm going to say at this point. If you got any value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, but you kind of like the content that we're covering, then please consider subscribing. If you want to get an alert the next time that one of us posts a new video to the channel, then tap or click on the notification bell. And then last, on a side note, if the ExDividend calendar is something that you would like to see every month, I'm already doing it for myself. This is something that I can share every month anyways. I can show you which stocks of note are going ex-dividend in the coming months. So if that helps you, like I said, I'm doing it anyways, and I can easily just throw something similar to this together. So that's it. Have a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you guys soon.